welcome back to the Real Men of Real Estate with your host, Thomas F Chappell Jr. We're here with my special guest, Sharr, Star, whichever one you want to call it, to make it simple. Talking to her about her journey in property management as well as real estate. So we're going to pick up where we left off at when you was getting into the part about your real estate journey and the difference between property management and real estate. So you wanted to start your own brokerage, if you will. So continue with that.
Yes, that's a dream of mine and a goal to start my own brokerage and to be have one here and one in Atlanta as well. So my sister and I actually are looking to start it together.
Okay.
She just actually got her license in Alabama, so I'm excited for her.
You and
Yay!
these licenses, man. Come on.
So she's a realtor in Alabama. Yay!
And she in Bama too. Bam. Go ahead.
Yep. So she's going to be dual licensed in Atlanta, Georgia as well. So I'm excited for her. So we're going to start this journey together.
So
as
you guys
sisters.
gonna convert the whole doggone family into real estate?
Oh no, it's just she and I. So we're just us two.
Okay. So, in doing that, tell me what's the most exciting part as what it is that you're doing that people will sit back and want to listen to what you have to say.
The most exciting part is helping people in real estate. We look to help people. We look to get people into their homes. We look to get people into any type of situation that they are interested in pursuing or purchasing. And my whole thing of real estate is to be that to that person, especially the journey of a first time home buyer. I think that's one of the most exciting things ever, to help someone through that process, because they are unaware and they do not understand the real estate aspect of it. And to be that guide and that helping hand to people, that's exciting to me. And I love to be that for people, coach and mentor people.
Okay. So have you worked with any investors, and do you understand what investors do and how they work?
Well, currently I'm working with a few investors, and I can say it's a little challenging. They all are different, and they all require certain requirements of what they're looking for. So I think the most challenging part is finding the properties that they're looking for off market, meaning that it's not listed on the MLS, and to show them a property that they're interested in and location, and to rehab it. It's just a lot. So I'm still working on that with investors. So I'm just jumping
Well,
into
I'm
it.
glad that you got connected to the kid because you know I am one of the best investors here in Southern Cal.
That's what I heard.
It's not that hard. It's not so much as all off market on the MLS. It's the fact that we're looking for something that we can put at least 50K or more as far as rehab is concerned, because that's where your numbers are. It's in the rehab, and it's the resale. It's the after repair value cost. So if I can if I can get it for less money, put at least 50 plus into it, and resell it for more than what it's worth, then the margins is great for me. That
Right.
means everybody eats and everybody gets benefits from it. But if the margin's so thin, I can't put that much rehab, and as far as reselling, it's not that great, then no, I can't buy it. So that's the difference, and it takes time because yes, we all are different. We all have different ways we want to do things, and you know, it took me a minute to learn that because when I started, I had no clue what I was doing. I couldn't get anything done because, you have to understand what an investor, how they buy, and what they look for. So if you're not actually doing as they call it, ride along tag or copy or whatever, you would never know. So you have to figure out and understand how an investor would buy and what they would buy. Because you just can't throw anything, and that's what a lot of agents get caught up on. They'll just give you a listing from the MLS, filter it out, and say, oh, and they're tagging themselves waiting for listing to come through, whether it's they find their own or they attach it to someone else instead of getting out there shaking hands and kissing babies like politicians do. You know, that's
Right.
one of the things that I do. I get out there, shake hands, kiss babies, and you know, do like politicians because one, I do want to go into politics, but that's another story for another day. But I love networking. And that's one of the things, and that's how you and I end up meeting at a network function. And let's talk about that function
Yeah,
real
let's
quick.
talk about that.
So, since you said it was your first function, what did you think about it?
Oh, I loved it. I did. I almost didn't come because of the distance, but you know what? I said, I'm still going to go. It was a little far, but I went. But I thought it was awesome. It was great. Networking is key in real estate. You have to network, which I fought myself because I don't network like I should. So I committed to networking more and getting out there more to meet people because that's really the only way you're going to be successful really in this real estate world.
Well, it's not just real estate networking. I mean, one, we all created for each other, and we need each other to survive. We need that energy. We need that camaraderie and whatnot. So, networking is going to always be a key factor because, you know, there's some things that you might know, and there's some things that you might not know. So, like I tell people, there's some truth to some lies and some lies to some truth. You need to figure out which applies to you. And that's the one thing. So, like my mentor says, you know what? I show up every day. And not only do I show up every day, I'm always engaged. And when you get to that point, you know, now you can start getting everything because they will give you the keys to the kingdom with no problem. But it's like, why am I going to expend and devote time to you if you're not going to devote it to yourself? You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the key things you got to understand. And so um, I know the organizers of those groups. I go to a lot of them because that's how I get to know who people are. And then they get to know me by my personality and they know, hey, this is the things I do. I sit there and I see people and I'm like, why are you sitting down? What's the problem? You didn't come here just to be a bump on the lawn. Let's get up and go walk. And I take people and meet them, let them meet the individuals, especially the organizers of those meetings, because those are the people you want to connect with because they got a database that is unheard of, unprecedented. And the fact of the matter is that you can call them up anytime, say, hey, do you know so and so and so and so? And give you the number. So now I got to the point where I am now that information person. People call me up, say, do you have such and such number? Yeah, here it goes. Bam. So always, no matter how far you might think or how tired you might be, you're going to find your next partner. You're going to find the money that you need because you never use your own money. You
Right.
always use other people's money.
Right.
You're going to find everything you need. You're going to find your contractor. You're going to find your agents, your brokers. You want to be able to get relationships, especially with title people.
Oh, yeah.
You want to have those relationships with escrow people because with escrow is that they get that relationship and you get ready to close on the deal and they know that either A, you're going to go ahead and raise the funds to close the deal or you waiting for another deal to close so you can close on that deal. So, yeah, so that's the one thing you want to do. You want to find contractors. You want to find appraisal people. You need those people in your back pocket. So we're getting ready
Exactly.
to take our next commercial break, and we will be back, and we'll get into a little bit more deep conversation. Thank you for listening to The Real Men of Real Estate. We'll be back with our very special guest, Sharr. Thank you.